Welcome to Floaty Lifty Podcast. My name is Showan.
Hi, I'm Noah.
I'm trying to use a different sound today, and I think therefore my brain is a little bit slower right now. Since I try to do my sound a little bit slower right now.
I'm so full of my favorite Chinese dish, egg foo young, that I'm a little sleepy today.
Hey, which province is egg foo young from?
Shanxi.
陕西 oh. From Wow. I just couldn't imagine the gravy part connecting to Shanxi province.
You guys should look up egg foo young. It's a wonderful dish. One of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting, but I have never seen that dish in, well.
It's like an omelet, deep fried and smothered in brown gravy. It's so good.
Yeah, it's actually quite good.
So I'm a little sleepy.
So let's use some tea to wake you up.
Cool. I'm ready. I'm more than ready.
Okay, cool. So I say I want to do more high mountain blind tastings like 3 times in a row, but I think I'll just spare people the boredom. Even though I still think it's really fun though, so I'm going to do it on my own time.
We actually already did do it in our own time. We'll probably do it one more time.
And I'm going to do it again.
Yeah. It's really fun.
It's really fun, and to see how still, that I try to use my, is that called pre-assumption?
Presumption?
Presumption.
Yeah.
Pre-assumption. Connect them together.
I think so, yeah.
Presumption to guess the teas and to in a way alter how I feel and what I'm tasting in the tea. So I'm going to keep working on that because this is really fun.
So what are we doing today?
Today we are gonna taste 3 different dongdings in a blind tasting, and we are going to use the cereal tea bowl method. And there will be New Season's Dongding Traditional B, Dongding Traditional A, and charcoal roast dongding, which I'm not sure which season it is anymore. Oh, and by the way, yes, somebody asked me, do we ever carry dongding traditional B? So this year I brought it in, and whoever you ask me, you better buy some. If not, I'm going to get so pissed, and even though I don't remember anymore who I should be pissed at. So anyway, you are safe if you decided not to buy any.
Maybe you've already bought some.
Yeah, maybe you already bought some. I don't know. I seriously don't remember who that is. Anyway, dongding, the first cup, the scent is so fruity. And we are doing the cereal bowl style, okay, today to do the blind tasting.
Okay, so number 1.
Number 1. I use 4 grams of tea in a cereal bowl. Cereal tea bowl. Maybe I should put some like tea liquid into my cereal in the morning. Hey, how about that? Just do 2 things at once.
Yeah, why not? My grandpa used to do black coffee in his shredded wheat cereal.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm not sure if I love that, but I think I like that idea. Okay. So cup number 1, fruity, toasty. Cup number 2, more savory and a little bit toasty. I thought I would be a smart ass and just say it's all fruity and toasty. Because they are all dongding tea. Sorry. Number 3.
Fruity?
Fruity and coffee-like. Here you go. All different. Okay, let's drink it then. Texture of first cup really smooth in the mouth. It does taste very fruity as well. It spends quite well too. I mean, what I mean is it sprays out.
Spreads out on the tongue really well.
Yeah, quite well.
Very viscous.
I think Noah mentioned sometime after a session, either live or this, he will give me feedback of how I talk, how I put my thoughts together, and what I'm talking. And I think from the previous live session, I asked you, what can we do to bring out the really important principles and then to make beginners feel like they are learning a lot of things and to make actually advanced people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not uncomfortable in a way that they just make you feel uncomfortable, make you feel in a way that, wow, there's so much more going on that I can go deeper.
Well, the reason you brought it up was because of your Tai Chi practice.
Yeah.
Because you have your teacher, right? You could probably talk about him better than me, that really focuses on basics.
Yeah.
On really, really basic stuff, as basic as just standing there.
Yeah. Seriously. And it made me feel that there was so much going on and I was physically uncomfortable. Not because I stood there for a long time, just how he corrected, us, I guess, every single one of us. I don't know how people are suffering, but I knew my own suffering.
I mean, to see how deep you can go by just standing
there by looking at the principles and to see what I could do. Because, lately, with, either live sessions or podcasts, there's part of me like, still the part that I want to please people. I feel that I have to come up with so many different subjects to get the subjects always new, and broad and blah, blah, and blah, blah, so that you guys don't feel bored with me. And suddenly that Tai Chi thing just coming in at me. And I just then that really defeat my purpose of teaching and learning is not to learn, as I tell people, like, don't learn too many teas, actually focus on one tea, and yet at the same time that I'm eager to share so many different subjects. While, like, is there a way to talk about principles that it appeal to everybody?
Yeah, which is something that I've been thinking about for quite a while, because I came into your shop and you talked about tea in a way that I've never heard anyone talk about tea before then. And it started me on a path towards seeing tea as something that you can really go far with. And that's when I came up with the fundamental structures, kind of, you want to call it a curriculum, you want to call it like a system of looking at a tea broth. So that was kind of my answer to the principles. Like, what are the principles of tea drinking? Like, what are the principles of what's going on in a tea?
So I think, in the future, in any of the podcasts or live sessions, maybe I will single out one of the principles and then work deep at it and keep repeating it, because I think there's always more things to discover.
So much more.
Yeah. There's more, rather than let's look for the cha chi, let's look for the surreal feelings and a big something's gonna happen to this tea. Let's bring it into our body again, and to have that focus and that practice.
Yeah, bring it into the mouth, right? In the nose.
Yeah. So second tea had been soaked for a long time. Let's see how the texture in the mouth play out.
Doesn't spread quite as much, but it's bold and assertive as soon as it hits the mouth.
Yeah, it more stays on the tongue. It more stays on the tongue. And the taste-wise, not as fruity. I think in exchange, there's a little bit more like dry, dark grass, herb, leafy herb, kind of a sweetness to it. Very interesting.
I love that sound.
And then let's see cup number 3. Also, since I was renting, it has been soaked for quite a long time. And this tea returns to have a little bit more, the third one has a little bit more spreading again in the mouth.
More fruity too.
But I'll say the fruitiest one maybe still is cup number 1 to me. This one feels darker.
Yeah,
the fruit feels darker than the first one. Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to the in this next round. I'm going to go back to the texture, since I interrupted myself.
Not an uncommon thing to happen here.
Excuse me. I do talk a lot, and my mind do jump a lot.
Call it tangents. Tangential thinking. Tangential thinking.
Tangential thinking.
Like a tangent. You on a tangent. Kind of like a spider web going on one line, then you go on the you go on another.
Oh, I love that.
You end up spinning a web. You end up spinning a wide web of tea wisdom.
I'm not sure if it's wisdom, but I love the way of thinking. I jump. And if I'm a spider, I bet I'm a spider who can jump.
A jumping spider.
Here you go. Yeah. Oh, I like that. But I hope that's not my next life, though. I still want to continue to hopefully come back as a human to continue my learning. Because, I mean, like, can spider drink tea?
Really small amount of tea. Your tea would go a lot further, but it would be really hard to brew it yourself. You have to live in a tea shop.
I bet we have spider in our tea shop.
I hope so. I don't see them very often, if at all. But I do love spiders.
You see? Now we totally changed the subject. Okay, this round, enough of the whatever. Let's focus on the texture.
Cool.
And then maybe this one, what should we focus? Like spreading and puffiness. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
See if any of these teas puff and how much they puff. So let me put some more hot water back into the tea bowls again. And let's do this. Dongding 1. I would call this tea soft.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to maybe other teas, no, but all these 3 dongdings on the table, this one is really soft. Spreads really wonderfully on the tongue, even goes underneath the tongue. Puffiness, now, since it's a softer tea, I couldn't see as much.
But there's still like towards the back of the mouth, not at the throat yet, but kind of the back of the mouth.
You're curve up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, that is what I wanted to say. I just didn't know exactly how to say it. But yeah, and I guess you'd call that the upper palate.
Yeah, and then it curved
Yeah,
back up.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
a wave. You know that famous Japanese painting?
Just like that.
But not a Hawaiian, like surfing style, okay? Okay. Dongding number 2.
Just from the scent, it's more bold. Like the kind of the main note in the tea is more assertively, psh, this is what I am. It also doesn't feel as settled as the first tea. And something about it makes me think of the word angular.
Angular. Is that triangle? No.
Triangle is a shape composed of 3 angles. So a square would be 4 angles. An angle is just the
Oh, okay,
when
the
2
corner.
lines come together. Yeah, yeah.
角落. Yeah, it sits more heavily on the tongue without as much spreading. And you can see a really clear focus on this tea. Like you can see, oh, this is the center of the weight. It doesn't mean that the first tea is out of focus.
Or doesn't have a center.
Yeah.
It absolutely does.
Yeah, but it doesn't have that clear center weight for you to detect. So normally those teas are actually teas that with higher capacity. Yeah, heavy. I'll call this tea heavy.
It puffs though.
It does.
In a really obvious way.
Yeah. But almost a little bit, the tea broth right now is a little bit aggressive to me.
Yes, yeah.
And let's look at tea number 3. I mean, Dongding number 3. Spray that. This is the first time I see a tea curve right before the throat. That's so much fun. This tea also curve up but turn and then feel the mouth like a turning ball. It's really fun. But I love how soft the first cup is.
Yeah, the first cup is really soft.
And I like the third cup's dimension. And second cup is just like, boom, here I am. I'm so clear.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. So number 2 tea, if I know what the tea is, the nickname of this Dongding will be Boom, Boom, Dongding.
That's good.
And only you guys who listen to the podcast will know the joke behind it. The rest of the people who will listen on the website will be like, what? Is Sean okay? I know she's normally a little bit crazy, but why does she give this tea boom, boom, dongding? So far, I'm not sure, even in the mouth texture, do I like number 1 or number 3 better? Yeah. And then, of course, then we cannot ignore the part of throat sensation in the dongding. So this next infusion, if we call it an infusion, by the way, I just feel more hot water, boiling hot water into the cup. And let's look at the throat sensation. And first of all, if you can, when you swallow the tea, to see how well in the mouth and link to the throat. And then just look at the throat to see how it presents in a texture sense as well. Now it has a little bit caramel. No, burnt sugar, sorry. burnt sugar on the surface smell. It's quite delightful. Very interesting to me. In the mouth, it's more on the soft side, but when you hit the throat, it's actually an angle. That's a really clear angle. And then the texture feeling in the throat almost remind me of those ink painting when they are painting it. So the person who is doing the painting do a bit hit on the paper.
Oh.
And then boom, and then it start to smear out a little bit.
Yeah.
So there's actually a strong boom presence and an angle, and then it just slightly spray out, but not too much.
That's
not
really
too much.
nice. I like that image.
So if I have a nickname for tea number 1, it will be the ink painting dongding.
That's good.
On the throat sensation. Second one is boom boom dongding, remember? So now we are going at the boom boom dongding, and I see the throat if it has a painting as well.
The throat on this one's more of a knot.
I think the tea is opening up on the second cup. The mouth doesn't feel as boom boom anymore. Run out of
boom. But when it hits the throat, it does pause there a little bit longer. It doesn't feel like it just kind of slides on through.
But it does have throat.
It has a really obvious throat,
it
actually.
has a really clear throat sensation. And let's see dongding number 3. So far it's a dongding tea that I have no nickname for. It's like, I don't want to feel left out. Give me a name. So the movement from the mouth to the throat, it become into one thing. It's well connected. And the throat kind of, it's really hard to describe this tea's throat sensation because it doesn't necessarily stay there. Like the other 2 teas have first one is pulsing. It's more like, as I said, the brush drop on the paper, boom. And then the second one is like, oh, stop. Strong, and then move, so you can actually kind of also stop with the tea and then watch it. And then the third tea, it doesn't stop. So it's harder to observe because we got to move fast with the tea as well.
Have just a little bit more of that tea.
The third one?
Yeah.
Sure. And so now I'm going to sound like a mom again, okay, people? I've been saying this so many times. Yes, it's kind of, sometimes in a way it's like so boring to keep watching the tea this way and to dissect a tea this way and to just focus on one single part of our body and keep watching it. The thing is, I think for me at least, is for me to, number 2 dongding has its wonderful place for me to, thank you for stopping for me so that I can watch you. First tea, the same thing. Thank you for stopping for me so I can watch you more. Because with these 2 teas, then I can pray for the third one. Oh, you are not stopping? So I have to be sharp to be able to follow the tea.
And you said something that I didn't notice when I was drinking the teas. When you hit the third one, you said that the mouth and the throat, it's almost like there's not a way to separate them.
Yeah.
They happen like at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's not something I noticed when I first sipped it. So there's always so much more to delve into in what's happening up here.
Yeah, totally. This is so much fun. And then today, I don't think I want to spend time to watch out the body. So let's bring the tea bag into our mouth again. Okay.
Maybe a little bit of
scent and then maybe salivation.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Scent and salivation. So let's bring it to our head area again.
Cool.
Yeah. Because sometimes I do have to remind myself to slow down when I do a session. I want to share so much. It's just all over the places.
I think this dongding is actually relaxing me.
Oh, good.
I was already feeling pretty sleepy from eating all that food.
Egg fuyong, everybody go try it. If you want to fall into a lightly food coma.
But now I feel even more relaxed than I did before.
But do you feel sleepy though?
No, not really.
Because it felt drowsy.
Drowsy, yeah.
Drowsy,
I don't feel
and now
drowsy.
you feel like a little bit more clear but relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, so smell. Tea number 1. Dongding number 1. Inspiration tea. Oh, shoot. I still have no nickname for tea number 3. It's calm, it's quiet, it lingers. It's nice.
The salivation starts as soon as I have the tea broth in my mouth. And it's like this kind of stimulating mineral kind of feeling.
Yeah. Feels like from underneath the tongue on the salivation and then around the cheek as well, actually. Really nice tea. I like the flavor. I like the quietness. The softness. Still can't really say this tea is quiet yet. I like the movement. It has a capacity to move. Dun, 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 dun. I wonder what tea that is. Like is it A, B, or C?
A, B, or C?
C will be charcoal, okay?
Yeah,
the C stay
good,
in the
good.
front, not in the end. A, B, or C. Tea number 2, the boom boom dong ding.
Still bold, but not as punchy.
And still feel like the liquid is still stay more focused on the top of the tongue. Salivation, will you say this is milder? Kind of a little bit more on the rough side, not as fine.
Yeah.
And totally forgot to talk about the smell.
Oh, yes.
Not the smell, the scent. Yeah, sure, scent is a smell. Gee.
Yeah, the scent. Let's talk about the scent.
The scent it will pass through the nostril, but doesn't feel like it flow as much. It feels there's a weight to it.
I'm telling you, it feels chunky and angular.
Chunky.
Yeah.
The chunky dong ding. Oh, this tea has so many nicknames. The chunky dong ding, the boom boom dong ding. Okay, number 3 is really feeling a little bit left out now. Yeah, it's a good word. The salivation is chunky. Our chunky dong ding.
Chunky boom boom.
Chunky boom boom dong ding. I still like to put the dong ding in the end. Cannot not say the word. Okay, surface scent on the dong ding number 3. Also a little bit floaty.
The scent has this really wonderful texture. It's both very sturdy, but soft enough to just move really clearly up through the upper sinuses area. I don't know exactly what to call that texture though. I don't have a word for it beyond kind of just describing it, but it's really nice.
It's okay. Sometimes words are just misleading anyway.
The philosopher.
Salivation also right away feels a little bit more metallic on this tea. And it feels like the salivation feels more underneath my tongue than on the side of my cheek. Actually, also from the rooftop.
The roof, yeah. That's where I was more feeling it, actually.
Rooftop. I'm not sure if my rooftop can salivate, but it's the feeling of it. So it's more up and down, kind of it got upwards and downwards kind of salivation is quite fun.
And I'm not sure which one I'm feeling, but I assume it's this one that we just tasted. I feel it more towards the bottom of my ears.
So you see, when we taste tea like this, and then we're just like, oh wow, so much going on with a tea like this. So I'm actually assuming that the number 3 cup is a charcoal roast dong ding.
Yeah, I would assume. I have been assuming so. It was hard to not guess what the teas are.
Yeah.
But I have them pretty clearly laid out in my head already.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You care to know, or you don't want to know?
Yeah, we can say what they are. I think that one is traditional A and then traditional B and then
number 2.
Charcoal
the boom
is the
boom for B.
Yeah, boom boom B. Yeah, true.
Boom boom A. The cup number 1 is dong ding traditional A. So it's a very soft tea this year.
It's really soft. I was actually, when we first tasted it, because it was actually the softest out of the 3.
Yeah.
I thought, is that the charcoal tea?
Yeah.
That really feels like it's softer and has a lot of complexity to it.
Yeah, good. It's all correct.
Is B is number 2, and then 3 is charcoal.
Yeah, that's right.
But as number 3 kind of played out further, there's just
more stuff to develop. It's
things
more
started happening.
Complex. Its movement is more connected without that stopping.
And the scent is really what got me, because at first I felt the scent was not very settled because it's really fiery compared to number 1, to traditional A. After it had lasted for a little while and kind of been soaking in the bowl, the movement of the scent started to kind of really show itself as it's not as soft. It's really sturdy feeling, but it's also, it has the energy to raise much further up towards the brain.
Yeah,
and you can start to see kind of beyond what you should be able to see just with the with a tea like that.
Yeah, true.
But the A is so soft.
Yeah, it is amazingly soft. This year, Dongting, we are very happy to get a Dongting traditional A because I'm not sure if Mrs. Su just over the phone gave me a hint that this is a good tea you should be getting. So she just mentioned that it's have handmade tea, and I was like, okay, what does that mean? And she's like, it's have handmade tea. The guy rolled the tea. I said, you mean handmade tea?
And what you're like, what does that mean in what is a tea? And then she's like, well, it's uglier. Right?
Yeah, she said, well, it doesn't look as good, not from like the machine. If a tea they roll it from the machine, it looks better, but this tea tastes good. And I say, is it like very different then from what I have been getting? It's kind of a risky thing to bring a brand new product, like, oh, that's our Dongting traditional egg. Whoa, sure one. That's so different. It's a different tea. And so I was like, my mind was like debating on it on my own mind while I tried to listen to what she was saying. And I was like, oh, fuck this. I don't care if it's a new tea or not new tea. I think she's giving me a hint.
Must be something.
Why
about
did
it,
she
yeah.
keep saying it's a handmade tea? And I tried to press, what does that mean? So I ordered some.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
And awesome. Not on the first week when it first came in and the tea is totally locked in. And I said, oh my goodness. What have I done? And then 1 week afterwards, boom. And I said, dang, this is like, I think a little bit better than what we have been getting. And that's why, what did you say on the website? Like deluxe A with the price of A.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same price as the regular A that we get, but it's
Yeah.
like, that's what I said. It's like deluxe. It's like Dongting traditional A deluxe.
Yeah, we have been very happy with the result with this half handmade tea.
And we had a friend that drinks Dongting traditional A like every single day. Come in and tell us that
Steve,
yeah. Shout out to Steve.
shout
Yeah,
out to
Steve
Steve.
listens, huh? Hey, Steve. And Steve said that the B feels like
more like A.
Yeah.
And then the A feels
Yeah.
And then, well, his conclusion is he would like to hug Mrs. Su, and which I laughed for another 30 minutes. Is like, what will she respond?
Yeah, I would love to see that.
If I ever bring Steve to Dongting Mountain and then he just give her a hug. I thought it was just like playing out on the scenarios and having so much fun with it. But anyway, so, okay, too much story already. So I will continue to do blind tastings. I think this is really, testing my mind, how my mind try to judge the tea, and
It challenges you to see things a lot more clearly.
yeah. And then so I think I still like, do the same teas, maybe at least 2 sessions in a row and use, first of all, to do the blind tasting. So to still play with the mind a little bit and to just try to evaluate the tea without knowing what the actual are. I mean, a little bit, high mountain, Dongting, whatever. And then the second round will be still doing blind tasting, but doing the pot style, tea pot style. So to know, like, maybe do we change our mind with pot style, and how do we perceive the teas and like this kind of stuff. And that will also fit into the context of maybe also watch how a tea can open or not open, or watch how we learn about a tea continuously, even though it's just week by week. You still, and hopefully in the middle that when we are not recording this, that we are testing them out, still with similar methods or different methods, but like the same teas. Like seriously drink a tea for quite a long time, try to figure out your tea, and not to figure out your tea, try to get to know your tea. How much do you really think you know a tea, Yeah. And I think it's a wonderful learning process. It's a wonderful challenge, and it's a wonderful thing to do to your tea, Yeah. Okay, too much ranting. I'm done.
This is wonderful. Wonderful Dongdings right now. Super lucky.
Yeah. And then if you guys have any, if you are listening to this, and I'll try to remember to do a shout out in the live session, maybe give us some tea related jokes. Cause my son had been, we bought him some new crayons. Is that crayon?
New kind of like sketching pencils and then some pens and some watercolors. He's having a lot of fun drawing stuff, but we wanted to ask him to do some tea comics.
Yeah, tea comics. Cause his comics, Grandpa Style Teas was really well received by the public.
And he loves comic books. He's like a comic book fanatic.
I thought, well, he should maybe, combine his interests and with our family business. And to see what he can do with Liz. So if you guys have like any tea related jokes, that see if we can give him like some ideas and thoughts for him to start. Because I think the beginning is like really hard. Like, so what do I draw about tea? I don't know. But when you have like one idea, I think you will bring out another idea. After all, he grows up here at Floating Leaf Tea since day one. When there's an idea bounce off at him, he will be easily to think of second and third one. Mm-hmm. So we just need to have, I gave him some ideas, but his feedback is that, Mommy, that's really corny.
It's so dorky. So send us your tea jokes.
Then maybe he doesn't think it's as corny. Cool. That's it. I hope you guys are doing super well out there, or at least well enough, and continue to pursue your tea, drink your tea, and to let the tea to comfort you and bring you some peace and wonderful practice at home. That's it. We will see you
on Monday.
On Monday.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Happy tea drinking.